Welcome to the fifth episode of Behind the Coach, brought to you by Jiminy in partnership with the Sales Impact Academy. My name is Tom Lavery. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Jiminy, with a conversation intelligence platform that helps companies grow faster and win together. Sales Impact Academy is a world-leading go-to-market platform, ensuring individuals and teams consistently hit target and sales and scale through subscription-based live remote courses. So we're super excited to bring you this 10-part series where I get the brilliant job of chatting to SIA's leading coaches about their courses, expertise and experience. And today I'm pumped to talk to Daniel Disney. Now Daniel is the founder and owner of The Daily Sales, which provides top sales content in the form of blogs, ebooks, guides. If you're a big fan and you're on LinkedIn, you've probably seen Daniel there as well. And he's got a growing audience of 500,000 people now, which is just amazing. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to the show, Daniel.
No, I'm excited to be here. I think the Sales Impact Academy community is an amazing thing.
Yeah, I was saying just before we came on to record, I feel we've never met in person, but I feel like I know you. Maybe because you're so good at social selling, but
I was going to say that's the power of social selling right there. There's the proof of how effective it can be.
No, but I think we're in each other's networks. We obviously know a lot of the same people, but it kind of it's so weird, isn't it? That is the power of it. I feel like I know you, yet we've never actually physically spoken before.
Well, imagine if you were a prospect and I was a salesperson and you felt that towards me, that sort of not, feel like, that's a powerful thing for salespeople to have. So yeah, that is the potential out there.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's great to have you on today. So little fun fact, actually, we usually like to start with. So you published your second book, which is an amazing achievement. I know from my previous boss who wrote a book how tough it is. So it's called The Ultimate LinkedIn Sales Guide. And you did that during lockdown, right? Is that right? There you go.
Yes.
Free shameless plug. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It's there. I did that during lockdown. Second book, published by Wiley. The foreword was by Jeb Blunt. It was a tremendous task in writing it, but the title was there on purpose. I wanted it to be the ultimate guide for salespeople on how to use LinkedIn. That was my goal, and hopefully it's doing that and helping salespeople use LinkedIn better. Not sending spammy messages, not sending horrendous sales pitches, but actually start using it the right way.
Great stocking filler present for Christmas.
Exactly.
There you go. We actually just launched a sales trends report for 2022, and in that report, businesses that prioritise social selling are 51% more likely to reach their sales quota. It just shows you the companies that engage with that is so powerful, which is awesome. No, it's probably definitely worth a read. So let's get into the nitty gritty. But I guess to start with, how did you come across doing the course? How long have you been doing it for? How did that all come about?
Yeah, so I think it's been nearly 2 years now running the LinkedIn Social Selling Masterclass with Sales Impact Academy. And then we launched LinkedIn Sales Navigator this year. So that's been going for, I want to say 8 to 9 months. And yeah, both courses built to help sales teams and salespeople understand LinkedIn as the tool that it is, but also for those that are providing Sales Navigator, how to get the most out of that as well.
I think it's so interesting you say that, because I don't think this is exclusive to LinkedIn. I think it's in SaaS generally. People only scratch the surface and use a certain percentage of a product or a tool. So I'm sure there's many things that you can educate on them that they're not even thinking about or know or understand in terms of using, right? That's great. Cool. So let's dive in. So it'd be great to share with the group something like that you love about one of the courses, the social selling course that you do with SIA.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing with the social selling course is personal branding. I think that's one of the biggest opportunities for salespeople, and it's probably the one class we get the most interaction with. I think salespeople are really keen to build their brands in their industry, and it's quite an exciting one. I think going into next year, we're going to see a lot more salespeople building their confidence on LinkedIn, being more vocal, being more active, and becoming known. So just like how we started this conversation, when you talk to your prospects, they already know you to some extent. They've already seen you, around on LinkedIn in a good way, and that helps lay good foundations for sales relationships.
I can't agree with you enough. I think that whole thing about telling, it's not so much about the company brand, it's about the individual brand these days, right? But then what I find is, doesn't matter if it's a millennial or below, there's still a wall to people doing it, right? Because you don't see it happening enough. You see it within my own teams, different businesses. There's not every AE out there or BDR, social selling in the way that you would teach it. And obviously, what do you think are some of the barriers, and how do people get around getting their team to do it?
I think it's a mixture of change and confidence. I think a lot of people just don't have the confidence and knowledge on how to do it. So actually teaching them, showing them how to do it is step one. But then it's that process of teaching someone something new and adapting something new into your strategy, into your day-to-day routine. And that's where not only does the learning become really crucial, but that sort of post support and coaching to help them apply it and make it more of a habit than something strange and new. No one likes learning something new. We always are resistant to these things, but once you show them how to do it, make it nice and easy, and then build it into their process. So every day there is time in their calendar for LinkedIn, for personal brand building, for social selling. Once it's there and they start to, get used to doing it, then it becomes a lot easier. But that's where the gaps are. And obviously here at Sales Impact Academy, we're trying to help with the learning part for definite by giving them the right knowledge that they need to start using it properly.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think there's just that one of our company values is just be brave. And I think sometimes you do, like you said, it's not about confidence, because you get confidence from doing it. Totally, you've got to be confident, but it's just being brave enough to go, I'm going to put myself out there and I don't care, and I'm going to give it a go. I think that's part of it, and then that builds your confidence, right? I see that as a big part of it. Awesome. And it's something that you would, whether it's in the content of the course or something that you recommend trying with social selling, that's key.
Yeah, my biggest thing, if I was to let anyone try something, and now's the perfect time to do it, try audio voice note messages and video messages. And when I say try, you can practice before you send. So you don't have to just jump in the deep end and start sending them, but you can record yourself. You can record yourself audio or through video, but get used to that, because that's going to be one of the biggest. If we were looking at trends within social selling, audio and video messages is one of the biggest trends for next year. So now's a great time to start getting comfortable in front of the camera, comfortable recording your voice through the microphone, and start building that confidence. So when you go into January, you're ready to start sending those messages. But there's going to be a huge sort of shift in more salespeople doing it. So now, to get ahead of the competition, now's the time to start practicing it.
Yeah, I'm a huge advocate of this. Like, even in Slack, you drop a video now. So I often do it to my team. I mean, the written word can get interpreted however you want. But I don't know, I get a lot of emails, I get a lot of, messages in my inbox, emails, but video is not used enough. What do you think? It's been around a long time now. What do you think the blocker again to people using it is? Is it the right tools? Is it them understanding how again? Like, what do you think it is? I don't see it anywhere near enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's been around that long when you think about it. I think a lot of salespeople, they've just never come, around to it yet. So it is still quite new, but and I don't know if you can remember. I remember the first time I recorded myself on camera. It was the horriblest experience. I think it's just so uncomfortable. And then watching it back and hearing it, this is very unpleasant at the start.
Yeah.
That's why salespeople need a lot of training and coaching to get through that. Because once you get comfortable in it, stick a camera up anywhere and record yourself on video. But it's that transition of, again, knowledge, confidence, and things like that. But salespeople just need support. They need the knowledge, they need the coaching, they need all of those support functions to help them be confident in doing what they do. And video is horrible at the start, but like with anything, the more you practice, the better you get.
There's loads of little tips as you do it more and more. And like even just having like a camera light that you can get off Amazon with a USB, so you don't look like you're in the dark or the lighting's bad or things like that. They can just make a huge difference to just making it easy to just record on the fly. I think those things. And when you're social selling, which I know you're an expert at, what would you recommend avoiding for people?
The biggest trap, there's two traps I would recommend avoiding. One is lack of consistency. So if you want to do this, if you're going to get in the social selling game, book time in your calendar for the next 3 months so that you can be consistent, because lack of consistency will have a huge impact on your results. The other key thing is lack of creativity. Be creative. We were talking about personal branding. People buy from people, so show you. Find creative ways to share knowledge, to give value, to give, education and things like that. Creativity and consistency. If you can nail those two things, you'll be ahead of the curve.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I can totally see that. How I think that, when you say creativity and consistency, I totally get that. And I think I relate that to just people being human. Like, people often they go into work mode, so how can you bring a little bit of your own personality? Because everyone does have one, and that doesn't mean treating LinkedIn like Facebook, I'm sure, but just showing who you are. And I think that then, builds credibility and trust and everything that comes with it. Awesome. So when's the next course, Daniel? When are you on track to do that? People want to sign up?
I would love to tell you the exact dates, but my memory is terrible. It's February for the LinkedIn Social Selling Masterclass. I'm going to throw a guess at like the 14th or 15th of February. I may be wrong, and Clary, my support, would probably tell me off for it. And then I think it's March, we're back for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So February, March time, we're back with both courses. Obviously, enrollments are open now. And I'm excited to welcome the first batch of teams in for 2022, kick off the cohorts with a bang next year.
And awesome. And generally, like, if businesses wanted to reach out to you personally, and say they have their sales kickoffs in the new year, they can happen anytime in Q1. They want to really introduce social selling to their business. How can they get in touch with you about any sort of individual training you can do for those sort of companies?
Yeah, well, I'm on LinkedIn, obviously, so please do come and pop me a message. I have a website, danieldisney.online, which has tons of resources and information on the talks and things that I do. So yeah, if anyone is interested, then I'm keen to speak to you. Pop me a message and we can have a chat.
Awesome. Cool, Daniel. Well, look, I really appreciate your time. It was great to chat and finally meet you, even though I feel like I know you already. But yeah, I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
No, I'm sure we will. This was a great chat, and we'll take it offline and meet face to face soon.
Cool. All right, Daniel. Have a great Christmas. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.